Dave from Rock and Roll Reviews, and I'm in Glasgow, and very privileged to be with the guys from Crowbar. How are you doing?
Doing well, thanks.
Yeah, good. How's your kind of energy levels? This is the last night, or the last night in the UK, yeah?
Yeah, it is. Pretty good. Excited to play, excited to get home, of course, as well.
Yeah.
But we do have 3 weeks off, and then we head back to over to Europe. So,
all right, cool.
Shows have been killer, and my energy level is good this evening.
Yeah.
It's considering it's our 10th in a row, and it's fucking cold outside.
Yeah.
And I don't have a voice, but
This is usually when it starts to pick back up again.
Yeah.
After about 10 shows.
In comparison to other tours and stuff, how's this one been? Pretty good.
Great.
Yeah, good turnout for the shows and good crowd response and stuff like that.
Yeah. Really good.
Cool. So you guys have been working on a new album. I'm led to believe you've not long actually since finished recording of it, just over a kind of week ago.
2 days before we left.
All right, okay.
We just finished up vocals.
It's called Symmetry in Black, and it's due for release UK, I think 26th of May.
Right.
Yeah. What was the idea behind the album title? How did you come up with that?
We had a song named Symmetry in White that's a really strong track.
Okay.
And my whole thing is I always wanted, we're a heavy, dark, doomy band, and we've never had a black album cover.
All right, okay.
And I was kind of like, been thinking of that for a long time. Like the album should be like, Metallica, the Black Album, AC/DC, Back in Black,
Right, okay.
something. So it's really not, it's not a takeoff of that, but
Yeah.
when the Symmetry in White title came about, it was like, well, Symmetry in Black would be great for the name of the record.
Right, okay.
And then that way we can also do the black album cover. It's fitting.
Yeah. Cool. In terms of the kind of sound of the album, how would you say it differed from Sever the Wicked Hand? Is there much difference or kind of natural progression from that album?
Just natural.
Yeah, I mean, it's not. It doesn't sound like obviously like Sever, but it's. We're thinking about it. It's kind of like if you took like a best of but new song. I mean, there's definitely stuff you could hear. You could say it came off of Obedience or Suffering, or Crowbar, and stuff that sounds like it could have put on Oddfellows Rest and fit right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's kind of like a bit of every style and element we've ever had, plus a few new things, but. Definitely just Crowbar. I keep saying Crowbar just 25 years later.
Yeah, I mean, we definitely didn't paint ourselves into a corner or anything like that.
Yeah.
Like there wasn't really any rules or anything. It just what happened, and especially with the deadline that we had for the album. I mean, we were coming up with stuff on the spot, and it was a lot of creativity, just real instant kind of stuff.
That's actually the funnest stuff.
Yeah.
It's not that you're under pressure. It's just that when you just feeding off the spontaneity of the moment, you tend to create a lot. I mean, when I was with Down, that's how we wrote 99% of the stuff that we had.
Okay.
And it got where I learned from that, and brought that into Crowbar as well.
Okay.
Where like the thing is when you're a younger band, when we first started Crowbar 25 years ago, we practiced Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. We wrote songs constantly. We threw a bunch of garbage that weren't good, and we tried 1 or 2 out here and there live. But you write because you're not on tour. You're writing at rehearsal. You're rehearsing all week because you have no family responsibilities or any real nothing. There's nothing else to do. We pick up whatever money change we can put together, get a few beers, and go up to the jam room and write. And it's like when you're this far, far into your career. And even with my lifestyle, with being a family guy at home and everything, not the incredible animated TV series from the States, Family Guy, but it's true. It's like things are different. So, but now that Crowbar is the only focus, it's like I really want to take that mentality again, where when we're at home, there's no reason we can't rehearse, twice a week and continue writing. I mean, we're not going to go home and do this. We've been in the studio since middle of December.
Yeah.
We finished up 2 days before we left, and we got 3 weeks to leave. But if there's a, period of time when there's no reason to quit. Like in the old days, we were always writing. We'd write, make a little cassette tape of the song at practice. And go home, come up with new riffs, come back, the next day and work on them.
We still use cassettes.
Yeah, we do. Yeah. Got a little handheld cassette thing about that big that we recorded a lot of the shit. Well, we've advanced to videotaping.
Oh yeah.
Had a video camera. Like a
Joining
lot of
the
times,
technology.
Matt and Jeff, our guitar, bass player, live across the street from my wife and I, so they'll come by the house and she'll cook dinner. And sometimes she'll be on the computer with dinner on the stove and this video camera set up, aiming at me and Matt while we're writing the riffs together. That way we can go back and, but that's our technical thing. Usually it's like cassette in a fucking tape. That's all I've ever done.
Yeah.
Back in like 2009 or something, I bought this kind of an elaborate, like 16-track virtual whatever thing with these expensive monitors and all kind of shit. I couldn't even figure out how to work it.
I just collected dust.
Yeah, I even bought one of those Zoom things, like, kind of like get the whole room and all.
Yeah.
And I didn't even like that. I just, I just used to.
Yeah.
Either that or I'll just grab the phone,
Oh yeah.
if I have a riff, I'll be like, honey, film this. And then show it on the phone, or he'll send me, dude, I got a riff. He'll message me like a riff over the phone or something like that.
Yeah.
But that's kind of a writing process.
Cool. What about kind of lyrical themes for this album? Anything different from before? Any new kind of ideas that you brought lyrically to this album?
It's expanded a little bit, but nothing crazy. No dragons and no exploding corpse titles or any of that, anything too crazy. It's just about like looking for like a lot of people have a preconceived notion or a misconception that the band's all about negative shit because it's doomy, but it's really it might be about a negative subject that it's singing about, but you want to find the positive out of that. You don't want it to. We're not telling you to go kill yourself. We're telling you to not kill yourself.
Cool. Am I right in saying you kind of handle a lot of the kind of production duties on this album as well? Do you get involved in that side of it?
I mean, not as a. This is not a gay term, a knob twiddler. But in the sense of like producing in a sense of like more of arrangement.
Okay.
Type thing is more like it's listed as being Dwayne Simino, who's our engineer, as co-producing it, even though I mean everyone's involved, but being as I'm the the band, the founding member and vocalist and all that kind of shit, I kind of do most of the arranging and whatnot.
But we did. We all kind of in a weird way, we all kind of produced each other. Like he'd be in a vocal booth, and like, we'd be like, man. Like we'll try it like this, and boom, I'd be playing something, but like, man, just try it, play like
when you do it all again, try this note.
Yeah, or like with him, like, oh man, just bend that note, don't let it just hang, or just stuff like that. It's just those little type things, and
cool. Makes a difference, though.
Yeah, that's the thing. A lot of people have a preconceived notion that he's like a some sort of dictator, like, but and that's the whole thing. It's just for whatever reason, it just always kind of fell into his hands to do out the albums by himself. But like the last one and then this one, so whatever y'all got, bring to the table. And that's how some of the best stuff happens.
Yeah, absolutely. In terms of other bands that are in a kind of similar genre to yourself, kind of doom sludge bands, is there anything that you've heard recently that you've really liked? Any new bands that are kind of up and coming, or anything you've been listening to recently? You thought that's really cool.
I mean, as far like. I wouldn't say up and coming, but like bands that have been around that come out with new stuff, like the latest Orange Goblin was really good. They're getting ready to work on another one.
The new Trouble's great.
Oh man, Trouble, the new one.
The last fight in St. Bernard's Race. That's the thing. Is like I'm still the kind of dude that gets excited when if Trouble or somebody puts out a record.
Yeah.
Because I really don't even I honestly don't have time at home much to even listen to music.
Yeah.
Or not like I was when I was younger.
Yeah.
When I had no responsibility, after band practice, I'd come home and listen to fucking music.
Yeah.
I'd put my headphones on, fucking lay back. At least have albums back then. Read the fucking lyrics, jam on, whatever.
Yeah.
Fucking Kill 'Em All or some shit on my headphones. And I mean, I'd run when I was younger. I mean, I'd come home from work when I was in my cover song band back when I was about 18, 19, 20 years old. I'd come home from work, jump in the shower, and then go straight in my room, put on headphones, and for listen to an album or two maybe. Yeah. And then we'd have band rehearsal in the garage, so the garage.
Yeah.
But so but times have changed. It's like I don't have time.
Yeah,
You know,
and so many new bands coming out these days as well.
That too. I mean, it's difficult to keep up with them, and then for me, I just don't have time.
Yeah.
You know, to.
I think that the genre itself, the kind of doom sludge stuff's definitely on the rise as well. We've in the website we've had like the increase in those types of bands has been massive
Great.
within the last couple of years, definitely.
That's
which
awesome.
is awesome, yeah.
Yeah.
Some really good stuff coming out. What we kind of aside from metal stuff, what do you like to listen to? Kind of chill to, just kind of non-metal. What do
He's
you?
more that. Oh, you mean outside of metal stuff?
Yeah, yeah. What do you like
Saying,
to?
as far as metal, newer stuff or something, he's much more.
Yeah.
You know, up on who's new.
Yeah.
I listen to every style of music there is.
Yeah.
You know? As long as it's a good song to me, it's a good song. I don't
Yeah, I mean, anything from like, we'll listen to like 70s classic rock stuff, like, you know, especially like if like we're on a bus tour or something, people get like kind of weirded out. They come on the bus and we're listening to like Sweet or something,
Yeah,
you know, like
something, you know.
or just whatever, you know, or that kind of stuff. I mean, I listen to a lot of classical music on my own, you know, and that was great writing this album because you just, you know, turning out just real heavy riffs. There's a lot of distorted electric guitar. It felt great to go home and put on like put on box.
That's why I don't
Yeah,
listen to like when I'm even at home. It's like I listen to to my Priest and Motorhead and Maiden and Saxon and all of my favorites. But like when we go out, even like there's a little bar across the street from our apartment and right next door to Matt and Jess. So we all go out together usually, and we always play. I mean, I play a lot of 70s, soft rock type shit, and then we'll throw in, we always play Deep Purple and
Thin Lizzy.
Yeah, Thin Lizzy, some Motorhead, Michael Schenker Group, Rainbow, Dio, Sabbath, whatever. It's always the
Saxon.
Yeah, Saxon. It's always the same.
All
always
the
except.
Yeah.
It's always the same. Okay, it's like we'll get there and start listening to mellow, or if there's a lot of older people in the bar.
Yeah.
Once they kind of clear out. It's we go old school metal.
Cool. Our website deals with reviews in punk rock and metal, but we also do movies as well. Do you guys get a chance to see many movies when you're on tour, or are you big movie fans in general?
Actually, most of my movie going is with my daughter.
Yeah.
So I saw the Lego movie.
All right. What did you think?
It's great. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
The first 30 minutes, me and my wife and my daughter's all into it. She's like, Jesus, I feel like I want to ask this. I'm like, me too. It's crazy. It's crazy until it comes around,
Yeah.
and then you start getting what's going on. But I noticed with all the children's movies, because my daughter loves going on. She'll be 11 in a couple 2 weeks or something. I love taking her to the movie. My wife and I take her, if I'm by myself, I'll take her a lot. And I noticed with all of them, like I took her to see Frozen.
Oh yeah.
And they're great. It's really good movies, and
That's a
like
good movie, yeah.
half of the movie is directed toward the parents.
Yeah.
Like tons of it is over the kids' heads.
Sure. Yeah.
But there's a lot of cute stuff for the kids and stuff that they laugh. There's always somebody farting, and the kids are crying. You just hear all the kids laughing in the theater.
Yeah.
But a lot of the stuff, the stories and all of that are simple. But a lot of the stuff is way above the kids' heads, which makes it interesting for the parents too. I mean, some of the better movies I've seen recently have been the children's stuff. Like Frozen was great, the music was great.
That's the only stuff that's like original now. Like everything now is
Every
like
horror
a
movie's
remake.
been done
They're remaking horror movies.
Yeah.
They're remaking dramas, and then like they're doing stuff where they like all the characters are different. Like somebody that was a man in the book, and in previous movies now it's a woman. It's really dumb shit. And it's like,
I mean, we watch horror movies, and my stepson likes them. Loves them. So we go to some, but it's real. I mean, I rarely find a new horror movie that's scary.
Yeah.
It's just
all the dumb movies. Like
me
and Jeff like watching a lot of stupid movies. So like we'll put on like Twitter like somebody like. On the last tour, it was Ernest Goes to Camp. I was like, dude, I haven't seen that movie in forever. So I put it on Twitter. Somebody bring it to the show, and somebody brought the DVD. Just like minimal.
Awesome.
So yeah, that was the last movie I saw.
Okay.
We rent movies a lot at home too.
Yeah.
We got a thing called Redbox.
All right.
It's like $1.30 or something. $1.30, and for each movie. But we'll get those during the week a lot and just sit, on the couch. Fucking mom's she's cooking. We eat. Watch the movie, but it's like 90% of them are shit. I mean, they really are. Because we always get the horror movies, and it's just like, you look at it and you already know it's going to suck. You never heard of one actor or actress even in it, and probably never will again. You know,
and it's the same.
The budget's probably, you know, it's just like, yes, it's all been done.
Somebody's getting possessed. Like, that's the whole new thing now, like possession. And
all this, you know, paranormal shit.
Oh, that's terrible.
So you're, as you said, it's 25 years at Crowbar this year. You've got some pretty massive tours, big festivals coming up this year. Roadburn and Hellfest and stuff like that. What else are you looking forward to this year? What's
Bloodstock.
Bloodstock, yeah, awesome, yeah.
Sweden Rock.
Sweden Rock's great. I played with down. It's great. We're doing what else?
Brutal Assault.
Oh
yeah, we all know Brutal Assault in the Czech Republic.
Yeah,
there's you know, quite a few. I mean, the biggest ones would be Hellfest is probably the biggest one we're doing.
Yeah, that lineup is
big.
Yeah.
I
Bloodstock
mean,
too.
Hellfest, we actually played the same stage the same day as Sabbath, so it's that's kind of awesome.
Yeah, well, not too far like back in the lineup either.
It's
like
like
5 bands down or something. So it'd be pretty cool.
Yeah.
So that'll be awesome, you know. But there's a lot, you know, a lot of good stuff. It just feels like, you know, I was doing an interview in London. That would have been Tuesday.
Yeah.
And the girl was like, it just seems like the timing's right, and this is your year, and you know, stuff like that. And it's kind of like, that's kind of what my instinct has been, you know, about the band and all of that. That was a lot of my thing has just been, you know, if I don't, there's a window of opportunity to take this band to the next level, because like you said, the genre itself that we kind of fit into and definitely helped create this kind of getting more and more popular. And it's like, having been around so long, this being our 10th record or whatnot, it's like, it's time to, it's like now or never to do it. You can't just sit around, you know, I mean, I'll be fucking 49 years old next month, you know, it's like I can't sit around for another 5 or 6 years and not put 120, you know, 10% into this band, because I just feel like it's never gotten a fair shake. In the beginning, when we started out, there was really no bands that sounded like us, and nobody knew how to categorize a band. Nobody really understood it. It didn't, you know, we started out, thrash was kind of fading as death metal was coming in, you know, in the earlier tours, you know, we toured with you know, Morbid Angel and, you know, Suffocation, Paradise Lost over here, we toured with, which was a great tour, Pantera in the States, which of course was great, but it's kind of like, you know, we never really fit anywhere. And then Crowbar was basically dead for such a long time, never broken up or anything, we just kind of dormant, and it's like now, it's every day, it's just Crowbar, it's all about Crowbar.
Cool. Well, thank you very much for taking the time to call us. I really appreciate it, and good luck with the new album.
Thanks.
It's going to be awesome, I can't wait to hear it.
Awesome.
Check out the album, it's out in May 26th in the UK, Symmetry in Black. Check these guys out on tour or at a festival this year as well. Thanks guys.
Thanks.